All right, stock market. We're going to look at the short term of the Russell, the S&P 500, and the Nasdaq. And I'm going to show you the market condition indicator, the MCI. I think you're going to find it extremely interesting when you look at this. And of course, there's so much interest in the stock market. And many of you scroll forward or are now watching this on YouTube, this video clip. Please go back and look at our special for level 4. And we also did great stuff in the full show that you really shouldn't miss, which is an analysis on Deere and looking at the trade setup that we did as a preview to 11 total trade setups. I think you'll find that interesting. And then I did analysis on Ethereum and Bitcoin that if you scroll forward, you might have missed. So please do see all of that and our level 4 special. All right, here is a look at the stock market, and I'm going to switch over now to off of Bitcoin here and look at RUT. Now, I'm looking only at short term now. We have discussed time and again that there was risk coming out into March and maybe beginning of April. And now what I'm doing is showing you the minor cycle formations for the Russell 2000. So I'm just going to look at these last two cycles right in here. We call these harmonic families. If I go back, you can see the alignments of these cycles going way back as each of these rhythms looks, well, quite good. Now, if I only look at these last two right over here, you'll be able to get a good sense for the short-term cyclical pattern, the dominant inner cyclical pattern right in here. These are cycle brackets, which help us understand this. Many people write to us and they say, well, what is that indicator? We don't have a cycle indicator. What we have are our cycle brackets, and we manually find the rhythms in the market. So you could see in here this minor cycle right in here and a minor cycle here where they all bottomed right there. There's also an intermediate one that's grayed out there that has less effect right now on the market. But then all of them come down and bottom here. So this is a big period of risk here in the Russell. Something significant, the minor cycle here, it tried to rally, gave you this evening star pattern here, and then came down and touched or took out that low. That is suggestive that this rally in here has ended. You can see that the momentum using the slim ribbon PO was giving you these sell signals and negative conditions in here, but this kind of formed in a positive way, better than the other indexes, and it is stronger. I'll show you that using the market condition indicator. But it did give this break over here, and that is telling us that while it may still chop some in here, that we're really looking for an acceleration to the downside over here in March. So you have this minor cycle completion and then another one coming here that joins in with these other cycles. And there is potential risk for big selling coming out here into this period from about the first week of March out to the last week of March. So that shows the risk in the Russell. Now I'm going to move over to the S&P 500. And the S&P 500 has similar patterns, but is actually looking weaker. And you can see how it got below this low. Here's the cycle line right there, and is now trading below that. And that suggests that this is going to continue down, rally at summit here, and then this yellow area is telling us where the big risk is. Again, early March to end of March is the way that lines up for big downside risk. Best case we can make is getting down to 42, to this low right over here around 42.30. That's only 120 points on the downside, but there are other targets down over here that we're looking at that are 41.20 and 4,000, which are much more likely on the downside in there. If you want to see the value of those yellow areas, that's where these tops come in here and set you up for declines, and that is setting up right in here where it looks like there should be some significant declines. Actually setting up earlier, because you can see that this is The slim ribbon is negative right over here. It neutralized for a day and then turned negative again. You've got this resumption signal right there, perfectly timed to the downside. So the slim ribbon is in a negative configuration right over here and widening. You see where it went negative here and began to widen. Well, you accelerated on the downside. That could happen now. It could be a lot worse and accelerate now instead of out over here and then do it again out there in March. So failing here at these resistance zones right there is what was expected, and now moving to the downside pretty significantly. And again, this points to lower prices out through mid to late March is what that looks like. And we'll look at the Nasdaq right in here, and the Nasdaq again setting up in similar fashion, also having broken this key level over here. Now this is a very negative setup, and it would need to get over this level here at 15,177 in order to repair itself. It's a very low likelihood, and much more likely it's going to get down to that weekly support right there at 12,900 approximately, and that could happen quite quickly. So that's our best case really for the Nasdaq, again pointing out into that mid-late March or early April period out over here. April may be a little bit too far, but the weekly patterns do suggest that. And then this would only be the first bottom this year, and a lot more chop and lower prices, we think, in a bear market coming out for the rest of the year. Look at these signals right in here. Slim ribbon stayed negative this whole period here. The slim ribbon PO was telling you that right in here, and you can see these these signals in here which tell you that downside is likely to continue, that the momentum is likely to continue on the downside as it continued to move on the downside. I can go way back and show you periods where it was positive, and that the signals were giving you conditions that were quite positive. And you can see that way back over here where the slim ribbon was aligned on the upside. This, I'm looking back into July, August of 2020, and you have all of this positive alignment right in here, and you have all of these signals from the slim ribbon PO giving you resumptions of momentum on the upside. So this is a great pair of indicators here. And again, the slim ribbon is available free, and that you can put on multiple different platforms. Slim ribbon PO is only for our level 4 members, which you could become, and that is available only for the Think or Swim platform. So this is a good look at the Nasdaq, which is set up to continue on the downside, and projections down under 13,000 and sometime in the March time frame. So that's a look at the markets. I'm going to show you one more chart in here. This is the market condition indicator. This is a very unusual indicator because it's built on multiple time frames. And when it's trading red and below what we call the swing zone, so the swing zone is the positive 25 to negative 25. When it trades into the swing zone, as it does here, it tells you that the longer-term conditions of the market are a little bit stronger for the Russell, as you see right in here, as it's now testing that area, than you see here in the S&P 500 and the Nasdaq and the Dow Jones Industrial Average. So this is a great way for you to tell which are the strongest and weakest indexes. And you can see in here the very significant weakness in the S&P 500, Nasdaq, and the Dow Jones Industrial Average, with the Russell being stronger. Very clear in there. And this, again, is a great one of our proprietary indicators. And I showed you on the charts looking just a few moments ago that the Russell was stronger. And you can see why, looking at this, that it really illustrates how market conditions can be different in different indexes. And basically, none of them very good right now. As a matter of fact, quite weak, as a good reflection of the weakness that we see here in the stock market. This is a special for level 4 trials for first-time subs and upgrades. We're going to run this now for about another week, so this is the last chance you'll be able to get in this week these great prices. Level 4 gives you our annotated charts, our entire focus list live on the Thinkorswim platform. We create all that work on 84 symbols, the 84 best traded symbols of stocks, ETFs, and futures, and then you can load them on your Thinkorswim platform. You get all of our proprietary studies, the option bias indicator, market condition indicator, and grids with all of our best indicators on them in multiple time frames. You get the Thinkorswim Grid Archive, which shares all of our trade ideas and has our Slim Ribbon PO on there and our Reversal Scout. And you get to participate in the live events. These are free webinars where we talk about trade planning and best practices for utilizing our charts and studies. You get everything in levels 3, 2, and 1, and also our new Discord server where you could participate live. RV does what we call office hours several times a week, where he responds to questions, does analysis, teaches tons of stuff, and then we have lots of ways that you can interact on our Discord servers. All of that, our 3-month special for level 4, 35% off. It's $303.75. That's $101 and a quarter per month versus a regular $159 a month. This is for one time only on this special trial. You have to go to AskSlim.com. On the top of the main page is a link with that special offer. If you have questions or you need Matt to send you the link because there's some issue, write Matt at AskSlim.com. And there is more. Level 4 Plus. This is, again, for first-time subs and upgrades. This is limited space because this is very hands-on. Now, we only have 9 spots available right now, so you have to write to Matt to reserve it. Matt at AskSlim.com. You get to ask us for custom charts, any symbol that you're interested in, and we work on that for you and share that with you. You can do that up to 2 symbols per week, and you get daily and weekly chart analysis for the Thinkorswim platform. Our charts include all of our cycle analysis, all of our timing indicators, key levels and projections, and access to full uploadable archive of all of the level 4 requests from all of our level 4 members. So you get a massive amount of custom analysis for you to learn and, of course, for you to trade and invest. This is exclusive report from our Ask Slim team, and you can ask general questions around trading issues, trade planning, and chart analysis. And you get, of course, full access in all of the other member levels, 4, 3, 2, and 1. This special 3-month trial is 35% off again. It's normally $239 a month, but we're going to give it to you for an average of $355 a month. That's $465 for this 3-month period, and you're going to save 35% on that. Do reserve your spot today. As I said, there's only 9 spots available. We must limit it because of all of the hands-on work that we do with you. So any questions on that, write to Matt at AskSlim.com. The Ask Slim new Discord server, as I said, is included, and this is an opportunity to learn and grow in a community of like-minded traders. You interact with Ask Slim team throughout the week, and as we review all of our ongoing trade ideas. And we also host open floor Q&As 3 times a week, which RV, who is a great analyst, runs. That really does a great job teaching all of our option strategies, trading psychology, and more. And the last part of this, a bonus that you get, is our level 4 and level 4 plus Ask Slim Market Monitor. You can use any watch list on this, and you get our proprietary indicators, and you upload those and create this market monitor, and you can see the condition of any of the symbols that you want to by creating your own watch list or using our watch list. It's exclusively built with our TOS proprietary studies and indicators. So you must use Thinkorswim, and of course, if you do become a Thinkorswim member using our link, that's TD Ameritrade, our preferred broker, then we do get credit for that. Please go to our site. You'll see there's a carousel. Scroll over to the right and open up an AskSlim.com through the AskSlim.com website, a Thinkorswim TD Ameritrade account, and we will get credit for that. Just click on anywhere in this big area, and it'll take you to our special refer link page, and we get credit. Please do open up a Thinkorswim TD Ameritrade account and become a Level 4 member.